one of the important things that I told you is the main reason why it is possible to improve your vision naturally. And that is a discovery that was made by Dr. William Bates, an ophthalmologist from the United States, who published his first works on this in 1920. I would say he had three main discoveries. One is that the main organ of your vision are not your eyes, but your brain, and that about 80 to 90% of processes concerning perception and vision depend on how your brain works. So you can train your brain to see better, and only 10-20% depend on your eyes. The other main discovery that he made was that people who see well use their eyes in a different way than people who see not well, who see blurry. He observed differences of behavior in the use of eyes between people who see well and people who don't see well. When people use glasses, you have to look through the center of the glass to see clearly, which means that your eye tends not to move. When you don't have glasses, your eyes are looking in different directions, looking at different details, and they're much more mobile, okay? The glasses also reduce the field with which you can see, whereas when you don't have them, you are profiting and seeing like from all the visual field. So people who see clearly, they tend to move their eyes a lot more. They have a more relaxed gaze, and they blink more often, and they spend more time looking at different distances. And these things are fundamental, and they keep their eyes functioning well. So this is something that you can do. And now I will explain also why all these things help. But you can spend more time looking at the far. It's the relaxing state for the eyes. You can make sure that you blink more often. Blinking has very, very, very important properties for your vision. And you could make sure that you blink every 2 seconds. That would be the best that you can do to keep your eyes hydrated and, well, have all the functions that the blinking can do for the eye. And it's also very important to move your eyes and look at different details, to have a very mobile gaze. If you are looking like this, if you are using your eyes like this, you are going to see much better. The main discovery was how focusing works within the eyes. If you have seen the anatomy of the eye, most people know that in order to see things at different distances, the eye has to do something so that the light bouncing on these objects arrives exactly to the retina, where they are the two kinds of light-sensitive cells that can capture shape, movement, shades of light, colors, and nuances and textures, yes? So because that's the part of the eye that's sensitive to light, the eye has to do something that the rays of light reach this part precisely, even though these objects are at different distances. We could use an analogy and talk about when you want to project with a projector on a screen or on a wall, on a white wall, you have to do something in the projector so that the image is clear on the wall. So the projector has this little lens that you can turn a little bit so that the image becomes precise. So within the eye, there's a mechanism that's analogous to that one, and that is the crystalline. The crystalline is surrounded by a group of muscles called the ciliary muscles. And when the ciliary muscles relax, the crystalline becomes flat, and you can focus at a distance. And when the crystalline, when you have to look at something that's close, then the ciliary muscles contract, and the crystalline can bulge up, and it can act as a magnifying lens, yeah? And then you can see near. So this is the first mechanism that allows the eye to focus. And this mechanism was discovered by a German ophthalmologist called Hermann von Helmholtz. And in the early 20th century, William Bates discovered with his work that there was a second focusing mechanism. How did he discover it? Well, first, he was a standard ophthalmologist who used to treat people in the standard way and give them glasses, but he was very frustrated because they would come back for more glasses, still needing glasses and needing glasses with stronger lenses. So he thought if glasses were the solution, people would need them less and less. They would get back to seeing normal with their own eyes. So, and they're having the opposite effect. And on the other hand, as a standard ophthalmologist, he also did surgery of cataracts. And when you do surgery of cataracts, you remove the crystalline, which means this main or this first focusing mechanism is not there anymore. But he noticed that some of the patients that he had, to whom he had removed the crystalline, could be able, nevertheless, to focus at the far and to focus near and to focus at any distance. So he wondered there must be a second mechanism of focusing. He noticed in the anatomy of the eyeball is surrounded by 6 muscles that are together in 2 groups. And these muscles, they have the ability to change the shape of the eye. So the muscles around the eyeball, there's 2 muscles that are around the eyeball, like a belt. And when they are tense, the eyeball becomes longer. And so that allows us to focus near. And then there's 4 muscles around the eyeball called the straight muscles. When these tense, the eye becomes more flat, and that allows us to focus far. Yes? So this is the secondary focusing mechanism that allows people without a crystalline to see at any distance if they have trained these muscles.